Hello everyone, I'm Kindly Kimberly. Welcome to my workout. Let's see what I can accomplish today. Let me be honest with y'all for a second. I've been hard at work for the past year doing weightlifting. I have been showing up. I have been doing my reps. I have been doing my sets. I have been lifting my weights. I have been doing my cardio. I've been doing my jump roping. I've been doing what I need to do in regards to exercising. I have made a commitment to making sure that I'm getting my workouts in on a weekly basis. I'm good there, okay? I've gotten stronger. My endurance has gotten crazy good. And on the outside, it looks like I've been doing everything right. But the whole time, I really couldn't figure out why the scale wasn't moving in the right direction. And the truth is simple. It's just this. I was overeating. I was eating way above my calorie needs, and no amount of exercise can outwork eating too much. I just didn't know that yet. I've had 7 children, but I realized that after baby number 6, I was counting my calories to the T. I was eating 1,500 calories a day. I was making sure I got my workouts in on a weekly basis, and I made sure that I was eating healthy. And in the matter of 2 months, I was down about 25 pounds. So it is possible if you're putting in the work and if you're counting your numbers, making sure you're doing what you need to be doing. But let me be clear. I really thought that if I worked out enough, the weight would just fall off. I thought sheer effort would fix it. And yes, my stamina has gotten so good. My strength has gotten so good. My food choices have been stopping my progress this entire time. I know y'all come and visit my channel and look at my videos, and you probably say to yourself, I've been following this lady for the past year. She doesn't look like she's lost any weight. Now, you all know that I'm a mom of 7 children. So during this past year, even though I've been putting in the work with my fitness and exercising, I've been eating whatever is easy, okay? Whatever was quick, whatever was comforting. Even though I was watching how I've been eating, I was also not watching how I've been eating. And that really cost me a lot of progress. I will say that in this past year, I did cut out a lot of the processed high calorie foods, but I just wasn't eating enough of the good foods that I really needed to be eating. I wasn't looking at portions. I wasn't thinking about the calories. And even though I was moving my body, those calories were adding up faster than I could burn them. If you're not making progress in your weight loss journey or your fitness journey, because they are 2 different things. You can be on a fitness journey and you can be on a journey to just getting in shape, meaning you just want to basically have better endurance. You want to be able to, lift weights, a little bit longer. You want to be able to jog a little bit longer. That is what it means to get into shape. Okay. But when you're trying to do the weight loss thing, that's when you really have to focus on the numbers and really be honest with yourself in regards to what you're eating, how many calories you're eating, how much sugar you're eating, how much of everything matters when you're trying to get the weight to go down on the scale. Now, working out is important. It builds muscle, it helps your heart, it clears your mind, and it makes you stronger. But when it comes to losing weight, exercise alone can't save you. Calories in versus calories out still matter. I've been focusing on that theory for the past month, and it is working, y'all. So y'all gonna see some changes here coming real soon that you haven't seen in the past year of following my journey. You've seen me, slim down, outwardly. And in regards to, the measuring tape, I've gotten smaller. Yes, I can calculate that for sure. I've gotten smaller. I look smaller appearance-wise. But in regards to the weight on the scale, I will have to say I've been stuck there for an entire year. Okay, I've been stuck there and I've been trying to figure out what I've been doing wrong. And I know exactly what I've been doing wrong this entire time. So, for instance, you can burn 300 calories in a workout and erase it all with one big snack or one healthy meal that's actually 800 to 1200 calories. And that is exactly what I've been doing. So my body was getting fitter, but it wasn't getting smaller. Now, we have to really look at the fact that sometimes we tend to overeat, okay? Overeating blocks progress. When you're eating above your calorie needs, 3 things happen. You cancel out everything you burned in the gym. Number 2, your body stays in storage mode instead of fat loss mode. Number 3, the scale doesn't move, which makes you feel defeated. And I have felt that more times than I'd like to admit over the past year. And it's not because your body is broken. It's because calories add up fast, especially when the food quality isn't supporting your goals. This can be a long and confusing journey. So to any of you who have been here with me since the beginning, since I posted my first video in 2019, thank you so much. I appreciate you all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And over the course of having more children, this has been a long and confusing journey of getting myself back in shape the way that I know I need to be. So this is why losing weight feels like a never-ending struggle when you don't understand calories. When I was watching my calories, the weight just fell off. When I was, exercising and watching my calories, the weight just fell off, okay? We're putting in the real work. We're sweating, we're building muscle, we're showing up every day, every week. But when it comes to eating more than our body needs, the fat isn't going anywhere. And that's what so many of us go through. We're trying, we're disciplined, we're doing the workouts, but we don't know our actual calorie needs. And that misunderstanding can drag the journey out for years, okay? I've started year number 2, okay? I have completed no, I'm not at the year mark yet. My year mark starts, I think, at like November 27th, beginning of December, somewhere in there. We're going to mark it a year at that point. So I felt like I've been stuck for the past year because the scale hasn't moved. I felt frustrated at times. I felt confused. I've even felt like not even showing up here anymore because I knew that on my end, the scale was not moving. Even though I show up here and I do these workouts and I share these workouts with you all, I still felt defeat this entire year. But I've seen other people on their fitness journey and it took them 5 years to get to their goal. Okay. So I'm in it for the long haul. And I think that, as long as I keep showing up, everything's going to work out. So I want you all to know that everything changes when you finally understand these key things. Okay. What your body needs, how many calories you burn, how many calories you're actually eating, and how the food you choose affects everything. I have been really learning and trying to understand these key things for the past month, and they actually do work, okay? I had to go back in my memory bank and realize this is what it took for me to lose the weight after baby number 6. With baby number 7, I wasn't as disciplined. Even though I've been exercising, I wasn't disciplined with my food intake, and that has cost me an entire year of progress. Yes, but it's okay because I haven't quit. And if you're in this for the long haul and you don't quit, you're going to eventually make progress, okay? So once you learn that, your whole journey shifts. The workouts finally count. Your food starts matching your goals. Your body responds. The scale starts moving. And it has finally started moving for me now that I'm focusing on those key points, okay? It's not because you suddenly tried harder, but because your effort finally matched what your body needs to lose the weight, okay? So even though I felt like I've been failing for the past year, I wasn't failing because I was trying. I was failing because I didn't know the basics. But once I learned how to fuel my body right, everything changed, y'all. I feel a lot better. So the exercising, the eating right, the cardio, the weightlifting, all of that has to be done for the progress to really start, okay? And I'm sharing this because I know a lot of us are in that same spot, which is probably why a lot of y'all are still following me. A few have left me. I see that, on a weekly basis. A few leave me because they see that my progress isn't, matching what I'm doing for some reason. Maybe it could be other reasons. I don't know. But nevertheless, I'm showing up. Okay. So a lot of us are in the same spot. We're working hard, but not seeing the results. And one of my viewers did mention that in my comment section. So thank you for mentioning that. But I want you to know, just don't quit. Keep showing up regardless of what the scale says. You're making progress, and you said yourself you feel a lot better than you did last year. So that's how I feel as well, okay? But the moment that you understand your calories, your food, and your body, that's when the real progress begins. I want to talk about a key point that I mentioned earlier. When I mentioned, what it means to get in shape, I want to kind of elaborate on that so we can all, understand it and really receive it so that we can really, even though we're showing up, we can really understand why we're showing up. Okay. So what does it mean to get in shape? To get in shape means improving the body's overall physical condition so it can function better, feel better, and perform better. It usually includes three things, okay, y'all? Number one is cardiovascular fitness. Your heart and lungs become stronger. You can walk, jog, or do physical activity longer without getting tired. And that's definitely something I have conquered over the past year. Number two, strength and muscle tone. Your muscles become stronger and more defined. Everyday activities like lifting, bending, carrying, climbing stairs become easier. Yes, yes, and yes. Before I started this fitness journey of weightlifting, or even when I started my cardio walking journey, before that, I couldn't even chase my children around the house. They would run from me and I couldn't catch them. That's a big no-no if as a parent, okay? If you can't catch your children when they're little bitty running around the house, you definitely need to get on your fitness journey, okay? But now I can chase them around. I can go longer when it comes to doing my workouts, and I see a dramatic change, okay? Number three, your body composition. Ooh, this is a big one. Definitely changed up my body composition for the better this past year of weightlifting, okay? Even though I weigh the same, I look completely different. I look more firm. I look more in shape. My clothes fit better. It has made a difference. So any of you out there who are like, okay, this isn't working. The scale's not moving. I don't feel any different. You are different. Take your body measurements when you first start your fitness journey. You can get on the scale as well, but your body measurements really show you the progress that you've actually made along your fitness journey and getting in shape, okay? So number three, body composition. You lower excess body fat and increase lean muscle, okay? Your clothes fit a lot better, your energy increases, and your body moves more efficiently. Additional pieces often include, better flexibility, better balance and coordination, improved endurance, reduced resting heart rate, lower blood pressure, which I can attest to, more stable energy and mood. In simple terms, getting in shape means your body becomes capable, efficient, and healthy, not just smaller or more muscular. It's about strength, stamina, and overall well-being. After doing some reading, I realized that, I have my fitness journey and there are different categories when it comes to a fitness journey. I just talked to you about what getting in shape means, okay? Now, I want you all to understand when you're focusing on your eating habits, it can be called so many things. Let me break this down for y'all. It can be called a nutrition journey, where you're focusing on learning how to fuel your body correctly. It can be called a mindful eating journey, where you're paying attention to what your body actually needs. Or a balanced eating journey, eating the right amount and the right foods. It can also be called a healthy lifestyle journey, where you covers your calories, your nutrition, your movement, and your habits. It can be called a metabolic healing journey, when you're correcting overeating patterns and improving how your body uses energy. You could also say you're on a weight management journey, where you're learning to stay within your calorie needs to lose or maintain weight. How about a calorie awareness journey, when you're focusing specifically on understanding how much your body needs and honoring that number? Or just a nourishment journey, choosing nutrient-dense foods that truly support your health. I think that I like all of those. I think that if you're doing all of those things, you're going to make progress. Definitely going to make progress if you are committed to exercising, weightlifting, doing your cardio, whatever that may be for you, and also watching your eating habits. That all makes perfectly good sense. And if you can learn to understand that, then I think that your journey of getting in shape or your fitness journey overall will see much more progress. All right, so I already admitted that, hey, I've been on this fitness journey for the past year, weightlifting, cardio, all that good stuff. I've been showing up, but I've also admitted that, the scale hasn't budged, right? So here's what it might look like for someone who says that they put in the work and they're not making any progress. I'm raising my hand. That's me, okay? So when someone's on a fitness journey, a nutrition journey, or a getting in shape journey, but still can't lose weight, the mindset usually looks like this. And y'all, be honest with yourselves. If this is you, raise your hand, okay? They're usually doing the work, they're showing up, they're sweating, pushing, grinding, and trying to be better. But inside, there's a quiet disconnect. They want results, but they aren't fully being honest with themselves about their habits, their food choices, their portions, or their calories. And most people don't do this on purpose. It's simply a lack of understanding. They think effort alone is enough. That's me. They think showing up means the scale should automatically move. I've hoped for that for this entire year. I've hoped that me showing up and weightlifting and doing the cardio, that the scale was just automatically going to move. Sometimes it did. And then what would happen? I would overeat. I would start eating junk food and the scale would go right back up. Believe it or not, over the course of this past year, the scale did move tremendously and then it went right back up. So I know this to be true, okay? So mentally, they feel confused. Why isn't this working? I'm trying so hard. I'm exercising every day. But without intention, without accuracy, and without honesty about what's really happening with food, the progress doesn't show. The body only reflects the truth of the habits. That is so deep, okay? The body only reflects the truth of the habits. The shift happens when the mindset becomes intentional instead of hopeful. I have been in a state of hopefulness for an entire year. Doesn't feel good, okay? Intentional means you know what your body needs. You track your choices with honesty. You stop guessing and start learning. You match your eating with your goals. You stop rewarding workouts with overeating. I raise my hand, that's me. You admit when food is the problem, not the workouts. Exercising has never been an issue for me. When my mind is made up, when I'm lifting those weights, I know I have to hit a certain number of sets, a certain number of reps. I know that I have to jog a certain amount of time. I know that I have to show up and show out, for the 20 minutes that I do my workouts, right? My HIIT workouts that I post here. That has never been an issue for me, okay? So once a person becomes intentional, the entire journey changes because the results finally line up with the effort. Honest awareness brings honest progress. And that's why your progress is showing now, because you're not just working hard, you're being truthful with yourself and you're matching your habits to your goals. That's the mindset that moves the scale. That is so true. This past month, the scale has moved. This past month, I've still been showing up with my exercising. This past month, focusing on eating more nutritious meals, focusing on eating a balanced diet, focusing on, making sure that I'm not eating too much salt, too many carbs, focusing on eating enough protein, focusing on making sure I'm getting the right nutrients for my body. That has been the missing factor in this fitness journey for me. And now that I've owned up to it, I know what to expect. I know that if I make the right choices, then these things are going to self-correct. No biggie. I don't have to be hopeful anymore, okay? I don't have to hope that, what I'm doing is going to work. I know because I become intentional with my habits, and eventually you all are going to see it right here on this screen because I'm putting in the right work now. Even though I show up here and I do my workouts, I had a missing link, and it was nutrition. It all goes together. And until you can learn nutrition habits, you're not really going to see the progress that you really want to see. So be honest with yourselves, regardless of how, hard it might be to really, really admit to yourself that, hey, I'm not focused enough. I'm not really doing what it takes. If I want to see the change, I have to make the change, right? So I encourage you all, just keep pushing forward. Please learn. You have to learn what's right when it comes to a fitness journey so that you can really see the progress that you want to see. Some of the things that might be stalling my journey and your journey as well are as follows. Number one, eating more calories than the body needs over time. The body stores unused energy as fat. If a person consistently eats more than they burn, whether it's from large portions, high calorie foods, emotional eating, or mindless snacking, the extra energy gets stored. It doesn't happen overnight, it builds slowly. Number two, highly processed calorie dense foods. Foods high in sugar, refined carbs, and fats are easy to overeat because they don't keep you full. They digest quickly, they trigger cravings, they taste good, so you eat more before you feel satisfied. This leads to unintentionally high calorie intake. Number three, low activity levels. When someone's daily movement is low, sitting a lot, not walking much, limiting exercise, the body burns fewer calories. That makes weight gain happen more easily. Number four, emotional or stress eating. Stress, sadness, boredom, anxiety, and habits from childhood can all lead to overeating. Eating becomes a coping mechanism, not a hunger response. Habit loops for number five. Patterns like eating out often, large portions, snacking while watching TV, drinking sugary drinks, eating quickly, late night eating, form routines that keep calories high without the person even realizing it. Y'all, we've got number six, environment and lifestyle. Busy lives, fast food, cheap processed foods, oversized restaurant portions, and constant access to snacks all contribute to gradual weight gain. Number seven, biology and genetics. Genetics can influence appetite, how easily you feel full, where your body stores fat, your metabolism. But genetics only make weight gain easier, not inevitable. Habits still drive the outcome. Number eight, lack of awareness of calorie needs. That's a big one. Most people simply don't know how many calories they actually need, how many calories they're truly eating, how calorie dense certain foods are. This is the biggest reason weight gain sneaks up on people. The body reflects the math, even if the person never realized they were overeating. So, a person can gain weight through a long period of eating more calories than they burn, choosing calorie dense foods often, low physical activity, emotional or habitual eating, environmental and lifestyle patterns. It's rarely intentional, y'all. It's usually a mix of small, unnoticed habits that build up over time. And once someone becomes aware, intentional, and aligned with what their body needs, the trend can reverse. The 2021 version of myself after I had baby number six is waiting for me to get back there. So stay tuned and continue to follow my journey.